There's a voice in your head right now. Maybe it's saying something about this sentence, judging it, agreeing with it, or already comparing it to something else. You hear it all day, the inner narrator, the stream of commentary that never stops. And if you're like most people, you've come to believe that voice is you. But what if it's not? What if the voice isn't the thinker, just the noise? And what if it's not your identity, just what you inherited? And what if the real you is the one listening? You were taught to believe in thoughts. I think, therefore I am. The phrase that shaped modern philosophy. But let's be honest, that's like saying I sneeze, therefore I am. Thinking is not your essence. It's an activity, a movement, a reflex. You can't breathe and say, I am breath. You don't digest and say, I am stomach acid. So why take your thoughts as proof that you exist? Here's the truth. I am, and sometimes thinking happens. Right now, you can close your eyes and hear a thought arise. Maybe it's about your to-do list, or how this video sounds. You didn't summon it, you didn't choose it. It just appeared. Like a cloud across the sky, like a pop-up ad on your computer. And just like a cloud, it passes. So if it comes and goes, if it shifts by mood, memory, and weather, how can it be you? You are the one watching it move. You are the space it moves through. If a thought appears and you notice it, who noticed? If an emotion rises and you feel it, who felt it? If a memory plays and you remember it, who's the one doing the remembering? You are not the contents of consciousness, you are consciousness itself, not the scenery, the screen. The mind keeps speaking, but silence hears everything. Stillness never shouts. You've been addicted to thinking, not by choice, but through your attention. Like a smoker who lights the next one automatically, you've been lighting thought after thought, not realizing you could simply stop. And how do you break the cycle? You stop feeding it. You stop giving it your attention. You stop identifying with the voice. Thought is a tool, a beautiful one. It helped early humans plan, survive, build. It gave us cave paintings, cathedrals, and calendars. But somewhere along the way, we gave it the crown. We made the servant the master. We let the hammer believe it was the hand. The mind is a brilliant compass, a precision instrument, but it was never meant to be the captain or to steer the ship alone. Use it, respect it, but don't mistake it for the master. Let's slow down. Touch something nearby, a cup, a table, your own hand. Where is that sensation happening? Not in the object, not in your fingers. It's happening in your awareness. Now notice a sound, a bird, a car, the hum of the room. Where is that sound received? It's not in the air. It's not in your ears. It's happening here. Now close your eyes. Think of something, anything. Where is that thought occurring? You'll search and search, but you won't find a location. Because thought isn't in a place, it's in presence. Now feel an emotion, even a faint one. Restlessness, calm, curiosity. Where does that live? You'll start to notice something. Every experience, thought, feeling, touch is arising in the same space. That space is you. Maybe something has already shifted within you. You're not just thinking about these words now. You're witnessing the one who is reading them. And maybe, for a moment, the voice goes quiet. And what's left isn't emptiness, it's you. The one beneath the noise. The one that was never lost. The one that watches thought drift by and doesn't need to follow. There's a moment after the noise, a breath held by the universe. The mind drops, and for a second, everything softens. Not with fanfare, not with light beams or bliss, just quiet. like the first light before dawn, like water stilled after a storm. You expect emptiness, but what you find is something else entirely. Presence, fullness, the kind of silence that isn't hollow, it's alive. No commentary, just being. You're not watching the moment, you are the moment. It's not absence, it's a sanctuary. A stillness that sees without needing to name. Sometimes, when you change how you see it, the thing itself begins to change. And it does. Not because you tried, but because you stopped gripping so tightly. You feel the very breath of God in your chest, the sky unfolding inside your ribs. No belief system required, just this space that was always here, beneath the voice. So what remains when the noise fades? Not the role you play, not the name you answer to, just this. The hum behind perception, the awareness that was here before the first thought arrived. You've mistaken it for background, but it was always the source. The more you look, the less you find a you, and the more you feel something else, wholeness, not as an idea, but as a direct sensation, like warmth on the skin, but internal. The false self dissolves, not in pain, in relief. You are trying so hard to hold yourself together, but you are never falling apart, you are falling inward. And here, there's nothing missing. No status to prove, no self to maintain, only this. The ocean beneath the waves, the sky behind the weather, the light that sees but can't be seen. Let's speak clearly now. The awareness you've touched is not just peace, it's not just presence, it's love. Not the kind that clings, not the kind that speaks in poems, but the kind that doesn't move, doesn't need, doesn't judge. It allows everything, and because of that, it transforms everything. Even the voice, the one you thought was your enemy, was only ever trying to protect you. But now, it can rest, because you no longer need protection. You are the sanctuary. This is what the mystics meant. This is what the sages whispered. When resistance ends, what's left is love. And when nothing is pushed away, everything is embraced. And that is freedom. The outer world reflects your inner state. And now that you're not seeking, it arrives. So how does it look? Life without the story. You wake up and the voice is there, but it's background music now. You don't dance to its tune. You move with something quieter, attunement instead of control. Walking becomes lighter, talking becomes slower. Work feels like flow. Thoughts still happen, but they don't stick. They pass like wind through open windows. Judgment arises and fades. Emotion swells and releases. You remain. Not because you're strong, but because you're not gripping anymore. You don't disappear. You become more fully here. There's a quiet joy in not needing to know, in letting life arrive unfiltered. You used to chase peace like prey. Now it follows you like a shadow. You kept asking life for peace while believing every thought that made you suffer. Now you just listen, and the voice doesn't rule you anymore. There's nothing to wrap up, nothing to resolve, only this. You searched for the self in thought and found only echoes. But beneath every echo was presence, watching, waiting. The one who noticed the voice was never the voice. And now you remember, not with mind, with being. When the voice fades, the current beneath it speaks, and it speaks in love. It wasn't silence you were avoiding, it was yourself, the one that always loved you. You thought you were someone in time, but you are what time appears in. You are not a thought passing through consciousness. You are the awareness that holds it all, eternal, unbroken, undivided.